Hi, boys and girls. You all here? Even now? Wow, this is good. Here I am wading in this pool. And as you hear, this reminded me of a story Uncle Atta told me many years ago. It was about a little boy. But firstly, let me tell you, there was this farmer. He had a well, and this is what this water reminded me of. He had a huge well. At least so he thought. This well was deep, over 500 feet deep, and it held a lot of water. But still wasn't enough water for him, because he had to use lots of water to wet his crops. So he decided one day, he have to drill this well and make it much deeper. So that was his plan. So one day the driller arrived, and he came with his son, Harry. Harry was just about 7 years old, but Harry loved to see his daddy at work. So Daddy started his work. What he had to do first when they have these wells would be to remove all the machines and the motors and the pumps from above. Daddy did that. And after that, he would then have to move all these steel rods and all these sidings from down below. And after he pulled them all up and put them all aside, Daddy would have then found a piece of plyboard. It's about this size. And he had to cover the hole. He covered the hole only to protect dirt from falling inside, or little stones from falling inside, or even sometimes small animals. He did that, turned his back, and he went to prepare his drills so he can get ready to drill. While he was doing that, little Harry, as little boys will sometimes, maybe thought, this is the best time to play. But here it was. Harry decided he's going to jump on this bit of plyboard that the driller, his father, had placed there just to keep it safe. And there was Harry jumping and having a fun time while his daddy wasn't looking. Oops, that wasn't such a good idea, because all of a sudden there was this sudden cracking noise and then a scream. And before you know it, Harry was falling deep down and screaming hundreds of feet down. Daddy looked around, saw Harry, and ran forward to the rim, shouting, "Harry! Harry!" By then, it was too late to help Harry. Harry was going down, and while going down at a speed, down and down and down and down, Harry screaming. You can well imagine. But the air was being compressed as he went down this ply, and that helped broke Harry's fall. But he was now over 200 feet low down. Daddy ran forward and screamed, "Harry, are you okay? Harry, are you okay?" Harry said, "Yes, Daddy, I'm all right, but get me out of here. Please, get me out of here." Harry's father was scared. You can imagine him. He was a mess. He was worried. What could he do? He ran forward to his other driller friends and said, "We have to get my son out. Tie a bit of rope around me. Let me get down." They told him, "No, you couldn't do that, because you would stick." You couldn't. He said, "Well, tie it around my waist and put me head first." They said, "No, you can't. Both of you will die." Then he said, "Well, we have to get rope." But there was no rope around. The fact Daddy found some cable, and he threw the cable down and pushed it, cutting his hands in the process. Pushed and pushed, but that didn't work. That only coiled all the way up in the pipe. They had to pull it out and throw it out. Daddy cried again, "Isn't there rope? No one has rope." One of the guys remembered on a farm not too far away that there was some rope. Not too far away. It was like 7 miles away. So he jumped into his truck, and that man sped off to go and get that rope. In the process, Daddy cried out to Harry again, "Harry, are you okay? Are you okay?" Harry said, "Yes, Daddy, but please get me out of here." Daddy had to calm himself and try and calm Harry, and told him, "It's okay, son. We're going to get you out. Just stay calm. We will get you out. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared." While all that was being said, the man came back with rope. He had tied all bits of ropes, one after the next, different lengths, to get about 300 feet in length. They were happy. They threw that rope down. Daddy told Harry, "What you have to do, we tie a large loop around this rope. You have to put this loop around both arms. You hear that, Harry?" "Yes, Daddy." And he threw it down. Harry said, "But Daddy, can I just hold on to the loop?" Daddy said, "No, you can't. You need to put the loop around both of your arms." He did it. Daddy said, "Is it done?" "Yes, Daddy." "Are you ready?" "Yes, Daddy." Several men were around by now. They held on to the rope and they pulled. And they pulled, but they were scared because they wondered if this little boy listened to his father. Did he put the rope around both arms? Or did he put it around one arm? They wondered and they worried. But they pulled. And as they pulled, and they pulled, slowly but surely, 50 feet pulling, 100 feet of pulling, and by about 200 feet of pulling, there it is, Harry was rising and coming up. And even while coming up, he was sounding louder and louder because he was coming up while being pulled. Daddy rushed forward. Just as Harry's head came up to the top, he rushed forward and grabbed onto Harry. Oh boy, he was happy because he was saying his boy is safe. His boy is safe now. There it is. Harry was able to be pulled out and he was spared. Boys and girls, Harry was a brave little boy. Imagine, he was down there. At least, I forgot to tell you, when Daddy ran out to him and held on to him and squeezed him because he was so happy, Harry screamed. Why Harry screamed? Because his legs were broken. He was in pain. They now had to rush him to the hospital, where Harry stayed there for several weeks. Looking back now, Harry was a brave boy. There it was. He was down in that well for all that time with 2 broken legs without complaining. He was brave and he listened to his daddy. He was hopeful. He kept hope up. He kept a level head and he listened exactly to what his father told him. His daddy always said, Harry always listened. And boys and girls, I think that's the story for today, whereby you must always listen to your parents. It will only do us well. So boys and girls, listen to your mommy, listen to your daddy, just as Harry did, and all will be well. Bye boys and girls. See you.